Well, welcome to Noel's World of Whiskey. And as usual, just got back from the mountain there after work and did a little bit of cross country. Days are longer, trying to get a full day in. So what do we got here tonight is Cask Orkney. Now this has been reviewed by quite a few reviewers, even Ralphie's reviewed it. I kind of got this one by accident. This is A.D. Rattray, a family that has been bottling for over 150 years, the Morrison family. I've had a couple of their bottlings. So this one here, it caught my eye. Actually, a guy turned me onto it in the liquor store. I right away said A.D. Rattray. Well, let's go for it. Orkney, Highland Park, 18. It's not their official bottling. Again, it's an independent bottler's bottling. So we're going to give it a review. I do not have the 18 here. I consumed the 18 probably last year, so we're going to see how close it is to the 18. I'm familiar with the 18 in the Highland Park. This is an 18. My understanding it is been selected bourbon and sherry casks. So we will do the nose in it and find out if it has that personality, that Highland Park personality. Slight smoke. Now they do a mix, 20% in-house peated maltings to imported maltings, 80% imported non-peated. Apples, pears, and citrusy. Yeah, sweet vanilla, shortbread. Maybe even a little bit of ginger snap cookies. The apples are really coming through here. I'm actually quite impressed. I've always got the apples and pears, not like this though. This is really prominent. Not getting the 18 years of wood yet, so but that could be the vanilla. But it is a delicate smoke. Well, Sláinte, palate. A lot more of the wood. Honey. But really, that's the first I really got the hit of the smoke. I mean, it was light on the nose, but there's a good hit of smoke there. So 20% in-house maltings, and it's got a stronger, definitely got a stronger hit of smoke than the 18 that I had here before. The 18 Highland Park I had here before their bottling, or the 16, the Twisted Tattoo, or even the 12. But coats the tongue. My bottling strength on this, I believe, was 46. Yeah, 46%. No coloring, non-chill filtered. So, A.D. Rattray have, I think, 3 bottles in this series. I'm trying to remember what the series is called, the Scottish Heritage Series or whatever. But anyways, they have the Speyside, and I believe they got an Isla, and they probably expanded it by now, but they're all this character of box here, this character finish on the box. So, but I'm going to top this up. but I still have a bit of coating on my tongue. I'm going to do a little chew of this stuff here. See if I can get the wood. Yes. Smoke, wood. Yeah, so remember I mentioned the delicate smoke in the nose, a little more prominent now. But the different kind of wood, it's not like an Isla. Pardon me, different kind of peat. It's a different kind of smoke. Definitely different. The sweetness just goes right through that smoke. So, but the smoke is there. So it's really a nice balance between the sweet and the smoke. The sweet, the tart, and the smoke. No bite, no astringency. Vanilla. There's oil on my tongue. And it's soft and kind of like a velvety texture. And the citrus fruits are really standing out. Again, the apples. Maybe with some grapefruit. Got pears. Finish. The finish. So I'm now getting, it just, for that brief moment, a mix of wood and smoke. But it's 18 years. It was inevitable. The wood's there. See, what's interesting is a lot of the reviews that maybe there were a few reviews, just a few. It depends what site you went to. We're talking about the wood, and the casks were overbearing, and strong casks, and they weren't bad reviews. They weren't bad marks really, but some were just having a little more problem with wood because they're not as much wood forward. Their palates are not as much wood forward maybe as other people, especially mine, because I like this, but the wood's there. But I'm also going to say that there was a couple of them that said, let it sit. Let the glass sit. Give it a little water. It's a good drink. So it's interesting. You get, in reviews, you'll get a little bit of this, you get a little bit of that. But I do respect what they're saying. Let it sit. 18 years in a cask. It could be the cask itself. I don't know. This is actually good wood. A little bit of that, the Glen Garrick Renaissance, Chapter 4. Wee bit of that, but not as strong as that. So I use that as a reference point, by the way, because I'll never forget Jason saying too much wood. But I think he said that about the Madeira Tarcanol as well. I like both of them. So everybody's got a different palate. But the smoke and the wood they kind of are the finish, with a little bit of tartness and sweetness, citrusy stuff going in between. Short, medium, medium, short, medium. How's that sound? Medium, short, medium finish. So, water. Let's do the water. It's 46. Let's give it a little bit of water. I do like Highland Park. This one is different. This is not like the previous 18. It is a little more woody. It's a little more smoky. It's a little more amplified even in the apples and the pears. It's got a lot to it. I just think it's a thicker drink or something than the 18. Trying to think what the ABV on the 18 was. I'm going to have to. Was it 43 or 46? I forget. But It definitely has a little more body than the 18 Highland Park bottling. The A.D. Rattray bottling is. Well, let's take a look at. I can see the remainder of the other legs, and they're fairly thick. And I've just added water, and I'm just sort of washing it down. But I can see them up here, the other legs, and they are thick. Yeah, so it's got some thick legs. Anyways, we're going to wash them away here. Okay. Oh, that is Highland Park. They talk about that perfect balance of smoke, but also they harmonize their casks. That's something that they're noted for doing. Sometimes the distillery gets a little bit of criticism from those people who have been drinking Highland Park for 100 years. And they say that they're not quite the casks, and then it's not quite the whiskey it used to be. But I don't know. Maybe I haven't been drinking it 100 years, but I have been drinking it 20 years. So yeah, 15 years, 15 to 20, somewhere in that area, 15, 18 years. I don't know what's changed in the last 18 years. Probably, maybe the whiskey has. I just haven't noticed it. I still think they make a good whiskey. So, very nice nose to this. The fresh fruits, they're there. The apples, the pears. Not a lot has changed from my original nose. Just a little more of the sweet notes. Lighter on the smoke. No wood. I'm not getting the wood now. So if there's smoke there, I'm missing it. It's mostly apples and pears and some vanilla, honey, caramel. Say Macintosh toffee. Anyways, let's try the palate. Oh, wow. There's the smoke. The oak is settled down, but the oak is there. Nice. Boy, adding water. I never used to add as much water, and I don't add a lot, by the way. I don't add a lot of water. But a few drops of water I've found is, with some of the whiskeys, and certainly the higher ABV whiskeys, is really, it's amazing how much it changes, you know. The chemical reaction, I guess, between the water and the and of course the different as the Canadian Dr. Don Livermore would say, is that releasing those molecules, those chemicals that we have in the barrel, that we pull out of the barrel with, especially with higher ABVs, and of course the tannins and your maltose molecules and lignum. You know, there's just so many. When I read his book, Blending 101, there was just so many different molecules that are in a whiskey from the barrel, eh? It was amazing, and he as, let's say, a taster, like a Ralphie or a Jeff with G Whiskey, or maybe a Jason or whatever. Those guys, they use these descriptors, as I do, and we relate to apples and oranges and fruit cake and shortbread, and even smoked cooked ham sometimes. He relates to molecules, and he produces some incredible whiskeys. So let's get back to water, just a couple of drops, and it really opens it up. Yeah. Lemons, grapefruit, honey. Bit of smoke, bit of wood. really, it's just such a nice blend together. I mean, it just blends it together. It doesn't mix it and blind any of those notes. They're there, but and I think if I added too much water, it would be blinding the notes, and you would just have this big blended whiskey, a mishmash of stuff that, and that's why you only want to put a couple drops in. So, anyways, what are we going to give this guy? It's a good whiskey. Darn it. It's definitely there with the Twisted Tattoo for sure, but different. Boy, it's different than Twisted Tattoo. I don't have the 18 around. I wish I did, but the 18 was good. The most impressive of all of them has been the Twisted Tattoo. The 18 was good. I like the 18 over certainly over the 12. I mean, the 12 was good too, but I'm going to say that the Twisted Tattoo up till now is, and this is definitely where the Twisted Tattoo is. So, forgotten what I gave the Twisted Tattoo, but this is probably an 87, is what it's going to be. Certainly, price-wise, I didn't pay a lot for it. The 18's over 200 now. I don't know what. I paid just under a couple of hundred for the 18 when I got it, and I think it's up in the 220, 230. I don't know. It's gone out of sight, but this was way below that. This is 150-ish. I should have bought 2 bottles. I think it was below that even. I'll check it out. I'll find out what I paid for it. But a good whiskey. I recommend it. If you can get one of these for what I got it for, it's well worth it. It's a really nice whiskey. It is a little bit more accented in the smoke than maybe the Twisted Tattoo or the 18 or the 12, and the wood's there for sure. But this is developed just between maybe my first glass of it to where it is right now. It's developed into a really nice whiskey, and of course with a little bit of, just a few drops of water, boy does it open it up. And so I probably would recommend just a little bit of water in it, not much. And I like what they're doing. No coloring, non-chill filtered. So let's give it an 87, and we'll call it a score. Anyways, I'm going to ask you to drink wisely, drink intelligently, do not drink and drive. Until the next time, so much.